Hello everyone and welcome back to Painting in Place. I'm Scott and today we are going to, well, hopefully, I don't know if we're going to finish, but we are at least going to get to the highlighting on our Cthulhu, well, bigature. Yep, last week we got to the shading. This week we are getting on to the highlights, so this is going to be pretty long today. Before we get going, let me just say hello to who's in the audience. Crom the Crusher, hey, how's it going? Reskin Raven, hello. Currently working, are you? I see what you're doing. Brioni, great to see you as well. Yeah, I don't think I've got much to announce before we really get going. I think we're just going to dive right into this today. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this done. One thing that I do want to set up before we go any further. Hey, Ben, how's it going? How are you on this fine Monday? Odd Fawn, hello, great to see you. Welcome back. Shady Scott, thank you so much for the 2 months of subscribing. Welcome back to the tavern. It's great to see you. Also, hello, how are you? I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I completely forgot to add this last time, and I'm pretty sure that I can add it right now. Add source. That is that the one? Yes. All right. And let's go ahead and just pop this up under my face here so that it doesn't take up too much space. Yeah, that's good. Y'all can see that, right? Cool. So that's there. As we continue onward, we are attempting to get some more followers here at the Adventurers Pack, and as a means of doing that, both to get more followers and also to give back to our current community, we're doing a follower giveaway every 50 followers, and that is going to be, every 50 followers, we are going to pick one of our followers from one of our streams, and we're going to do what we did for Fury. We are going to get them a Hero Forge mini that you design. I will print that mini here, I will paint it, and I will send it to you. So that's what we're doing. So, yeah, that's enough of that. Odd Fawn, so you did it. I've ordered my paints and I've got some tabletop game models to get painted. That's awesome, Odd Fawn. I'm so excited. What paints did you pick up and what models do you have? I'm always excited when someone new is joining into the painting community. Let's see here. Oh man, my chat is actually not in the best place for me to read right now. That'll work. So, last time we did a bunch of washes. Oh, let me get music going. I should probably just have music already started by the time I get into this. It'd probably just be easier. So we did the wash, and you can see all of this detail is showing up. But right now, it is looking pretty splotchy. If we get even closer, you can see that, yeah, it's looking all right, but it's got some definition that needs to happen. And in order to get that definition, well, it's time for us to get to highlighting. So, first things first, I want to see if how much highlighting we can get done just dry brushing with this. So, we're going to take our scaly hide, which is the, wait, is that it? No. This is why we keep track of all of the paints that we use. Yep, scaly hide. I could have sworn I used Kraken skin for this, but I guess not. They're from the game Massive Darkness. Ooh, that sounds cool. Game models from that I've got a lot to get through. Massive Darkness. Okay, hold on. I wanna look this up really quick. Massive Darkness miniatures. Oh, those look awesome. Oh, that's so cool. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with those, Odd Fawn. 50 of them. All right. You know, the Army Painter set is going to be a great place to start because Army Painter was actually designed, as the name suggests, to paint an army quickly. So, if you've got 50 things to paint, you're going to be able to do that. All right, so we're going to take our scaly hide, and we're going to get one of my larger brushes. I've got some better dry brushes than this. We're gonna do this though, and we're gonna load up our brush And after loading that up, we're actually going to get most of that off. There we go, that should be good. And let's see how this does. We're actually going to start this on the underside here. I don't know if I'm sold on that. Go hard or go home. Exactly, Fawn. Exactly. That's it sounds like you're doing just that. You're diving right into the deep end. Awesome. That's great. Reskin, did your highlighting before the wash? Should I have done it in reverse? You know, that is... Both are a viable option. I've actually been looking into this because I was not sure if I should do it in reverse or not. Is that... Something is looking off on this. I don't know if dry brushing is really going to be how we do highlights on this guy. Oh dear. And if that's the case, this is going to be a very, very long highlighting process. All right, we're gonna keep dry brushing, and we're gonna see just how this goes. I might need to grab a different brush than what I have prepped here. But yeah, so Reskin Raven, I was taught to do highlights before doing dry brushing, or to do dry brushing. I was taught to do washes and then to do highlights. However, you can do it the other way around as well, and it works just as it. All roads lead to the same place. It's just how you get there, I guess is what I'm trying to say with that. All right, let's dry brush somewhere not on his undertail and see what that's going to look like. So let's actually do that to his head here. Oh boy. Well, everyone, I'm about to make a, hey, RJ, how's it going? Zagmeister, great to see you as well. I am about to make a decision, which might mean that we're gonna be here a lot longer, like maybe 2 episodes longer. But we're gonna highlight this with layers, not dry brushing. So, strap on in. It's gonna be a hell of a ride. Let's start with the head. Oh, no, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a combination of the two. And that's actually gonna work very well. So, on that note, I'm gonna grab a different brush to use for highlighting. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Told ya. And we are going to start off dry brushing, and then we are going to move into doing layering from there. So I'm going to get this very large brush compared to all the other brushes that I've been using, and this is what I'm going to use to get my dry brushing done. So I'm going to load that up with a good amount of paint, and away we go. So let's talk dry brushing. First off, it's called dry brushing because, like I've been saying, I load up my brush with a lot of paint, and then I try and get as much of it off as possible to get the brush fairly dry. But because of that, because there's not a whole lot of paint on the brush, the paint is only really going to be picked up by those raised areas. So you can see the difference in the arms already. Oh my gosh, so much going on in the chat. Boop-a-doo-boop-boo. Let's see. Zagmeister, no worries about missing the last episode. You're here now, and that's what matters. Don't ever miss it again. Now, one thing that I do, which kind of gives me a second wash after the highlighting, and you'll see that we're going to do this, is I like to go through and glaze my miniatures. So basically, I take a very watered down version of the wash that we used and just put that over the mini, and that typically helps to blend the highlighting and the wash together. And with dry brushing, you can be really aggressive, especially with a miniature this large. I'm really pushing it on. What do I mean by highlighting in layers? That is a great question, Rezkin, and we'll actually be getting to that here shortly. So rather than trying to, explain it, I'll actually be able to demonstrate it, which is gonna really be better in the long run. It is a much longer process. But because of that, you actually have a lot more control over what you're doing. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, we'll show you layering here in a second. Although it'll actually more likely be here in about an hour. Thank you, Crom. Best way to learn is practice and watching the adventures back. Oh goodness. Now, when I am highlighting like this, I'm not trying to get into all of the nooks and crannies. I'm being aggressive, but I only want the color to be picked up by those highest spots. It's really helping to give us a bunch of contrast. Like, look at his belly there already. That's looking great. Now, Rezkin, you're working on your other tiefling, what was it, warlock? Was that what it was? A tiefling warlock? Gosh, I'm gonna go through likely a whole bottle of this stuff just on this mini. Might wait until you get your other colors. It didn't come with base colors like black and white? My goodness. Well, having a bunch of different colors is incredibly helpful. It gives you a whole bunch of options, obviously. I've got, I think over 100 colors here at the tavern, and it's still not enough for my needs. So, can never have enough. How is everyone else doing on this fine Monday morning? Afternoon? It's 1 o'clock. How is everyone doing on this fine Monday afternoon? We've had that discussion. It is afternoon, therefore it is the afternoon. What was the one that I used for washes again? Nuln oil. Yes, Nuln oil. So, there we go. Oh my gosh, it does not want to focus. But yes, Nuln oil. N-U-L-N. This is a fantastic wash. Highly recommend it. It is useful for everything. Heck, even in a pinch, you can use it for flesh tones. It's not going to give you the best flesh tones, but it'll work. If you don't have anything else for your flesh tones, it'll get the job done. Benjamin, oh no, I wasn't able to read it. So much is going by. Mentally behind like 2 days. Oh man, yep, so normal Monday. How am I? Man, apparently I'm just got a lot of stuff in my throat. But aside from that, I'm great. Afternoon, it's 9:15 p.m. Very true, Oddfawn, very true. Also, Manic Pixie Travel, I see you giving points towards the opening of the labyrinth. Oh, how close are we? Man. 82%. It's gonna be very close. It is gonna be very close to getting that open. So the upside of dry brushing, what I'm doing right now, though it's kind of a sloppy highlight job, I'm doing in minutes what it would take hours to do by layering. So you really have to make the choices of when's the proper time to layer, when's the proper time to dry brush. And for a larger mini like this, I think dry brushing is a necessity, almost. It is getting a little sloppy around these spines. I'm going to have to do some extra work to really clean those up. But those spines are going to be done with layering, so I'm not too worried about that. Man, Shady Scott, that's a lot. Reskin, you have 800. You've been tossing all of yours into the labyrinth. We'll see. Okay, based on how far we get today and Friday at the Gauntlet, we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna extend it. I'm not going to extend the deadline. But I might see about giving you guys more opportunities to both make and spend inspiration points. Maybe. Maybe. Now, because of this dry brushing, sometimes a lot more is going on than I would like, and I'm wiping that off with my thumb. I'm just, boom, cleaning it up and moving on, and that's okay. You can absolutely do that. Gotta be careful around the base of the foot. We don't want this green going onto the ground itself. Although we could do just a really simple cleanup job on that. It's better to not have to than to go back and do it. Hey, Legally Blind Lurker, how's it going? How goes the lurking? Sorry, I still love that name every time. Ooh, that was a little much. Alright, his underside is not the prettiest. But you know what? We're not trying to win any competitions with this guy, so it's okay. If we were trying to win some competitions, I would be layering him. Okay. Oh, I almost missed his left calf. Okay. There we go. So that is our first pass of highlighting done, and already he looks a lot cleaner. That is nice. Seeing some spots under here I'd like to work on. And he's just got some awkward age spots. It's okay. We can't all be beauty contest elder god winners. Oh, that would be a horrific thing to watch. Hey, Legally Blind Lurker, you successfully made your move back to New York. That is fantastic. Um, I'm happy to hear that. Happy to hear that it was successful. I hope that it was safe. You know, all those good things. Okay, so now that we've done that first pass, what we are going to do is we're going to take our scaly hide and we're going to increase the value of this. There's a term for this. We're going to brighten this up. We're going to lighten it up. And your instinct might be to add white to this, but we don't necessarily want to do that. What I want to do is I want to find a lighter green color and add it to this. Now, unfortunately, that's not going to do it. That's not going in the direction I want, so what I might do is find like a lighter gray. Ooh, here we go. This light sea gray could be good. So, oh wow, you need a lot of mixing up. What are you? Oh, ivory. Yeah, ivory. Ivory is a very delicate color. Alright, so yeah, let's move up the color value with this light sea gray. So this is by Vallejo. This is one of their model color sets. So we're going to put a bit of our scaly hide down. And then we're going to put, well, first we're going to shake this up because it needs all the cleaning up that it can get. There we go. And we're going to put a little bit of this above the scaly hide. And then we're going to just mix a little bit of the two together. So we're going to take this one, just going to bring it down here. And you can see this is already a fairly lighter shade. So, Reskin, this is layering, what I'm about to be doing. So I am looking for those highest points. I'm looking for the areas that are going to be catching the light the most. So I'm going to start on the head, and really it's going to be like these raised areas here, and I'm just going to drop this bit down and follow those contours. Now this first one is going to be fairly thick, or at least fairly thick lined. We're going to hit these spines as well. And you'll note that as it dries, it already starts to blend into the rest of the paints. This is why we don't go for a very bright color first. We start by just adding a little bit of a lighter tone to it. Okay, you need to settle down with that music, jeez. The nice thing about doing the dry brushing right before this is it also showed us where a lot of those points were going to be. So it kind of gave us a roadmap to follow. All right, so even with just that much, you can see this side of the head versus then this side of the head. It pops a lot more. So we've got that, and then we've got that. So we're going to do the same thing onto the other side. Ah, he's so spiky. Hey, Pushaloo, hello, and thank you for contributing to opening up the labyrinth. We are getting so close. I believe in you. I believe in you all. I think you can do it. I sincerely hope you can do it. Ooh, that did not turn out great. Ooh, that did not turn out great on his tentacles. All right, I can fix this. All right. So now that we've done that to the head, let's do that to the rest of the body. Yeah, it's all fun and games until you've got so much more to do. Oh, nope, 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 nope. There we go. $84% now. Dang. All right, this paint is going down a little thick, so I need to water it up slightly. All right. I think rather than highlighting the whole thing, we're going to find accent points to highlight. That's really going to make this helpful. Spoonkins, hey! Thank you for contributing to the opening of the gauntlet. Well, not the gauntlet, the labyrinth. It's moving right along. You guys will get there. I believe in you. Oh yeah, that was a great shot of my head. There we go. Yeah, with the the number of folds and just the sheer volume of details on this guy, I could be highlighting for days. Again, not trying to get to competition quality. Just trying to get something that looks good. gosh. I don't know, one is keeps getting caught in my throat every morning. Oh, Lazy Gothy, that is a... You have been contributing quite a bit. Jeez. A quick reminder for anyone who wasn't here when I announced at the beginning, the reason that I've got that little follow goal under my name is that I've decided that we're going to be giving away a painted mini for every 50 followers that we get. So once we hit 200 and 250, 300, and all those numbers that are divisible by 50, we're going to do kind of what we did for Fury, where we are going to buy you a Hero Forge mini, and I will paint it here on the stream, and I will send it to you. Now, standard giveaway rules do apply. This can only be to the continental United States for stupid reasons. Aside from that, you know, we'll do the drawing in one of our shows. We'll announce which one it is once it comes time to actually do a drawing. But yeah, so we're going to be doing that now. So if any of you watching right now haven't followed and have been looking for a reason to follow, well, there's a reason. And for those of you who have been following us, first off, thank you so very much. It means the world to us. You can go ahead and tell folks that you think might enjoy this content. Share us with your friends. Oh, goodness gracious. Hold on, what's been going on? Whew, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Alright, that is good for a first pass. Now, I was not super happy with the highlighting that happened onto the tentacles. So how do we fix that? Easy. We go back over it with the Nuln Oil and just rewash it. So, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now we'll just give that a little time to dry. Hey, Jason, try not to summon him in the process. Oh boy, he has 3 times now, the last 3 episodes, he has come knocking at my door and will not take no for an answer, and gets me on this whole, hey, come to Rilia, we've got great waterside properties, and sorry, I'm not into it. I finally, just to get him to leave me alone, had to promise that, when the end of times came, I would be a servant of the elder gods, and just, I don't know, I figured that wasn't too big of a promise, right? It's not like we're in the end of days at all or anything. Yeah, exactly. He just wanted more Christmas presents. All right. Where was I? Right, we were letting those washes dry. So while those dry, let's go ahead and move on to the bony protrusions. So this is going to be his wings and his arms. So whatever we're highlighting, we're highlighting the same areas at the same time. All right, we're going to pop this up here onto our wet palette, which is not doing a great job today. It's actually drying out. Come on, wet palette. It's in your name. So, once again, starting with our base color and trying to not hide the wash that we did, but really just bring this color back to the foreground. Oh boy, this is also a tough one. I wonder if this might be another, like a simple dry brushing, because this is, let's see. Ooh, no, that was a horrible idea. That was a horrible idea. So, after having that really horrible idea, I'm just going to get some water onto my brush, wet down what I had already done. Hey! Well, Crom, looks like you're going to have an adrenaline surge come the gauntlet, so that'll be good. Jason, I don't know if I've actually seen. Have you been in the chat? And I'm just forgetting. I'm very bad at remembering our folks in chat. A day or two ago for a bit. Okay, gotcha. Well, welcome back. It's great to have you. Oh my gosh, these arm plates are a pain in the butt to highlight. I'll do my best job, but what they say, sometimes your best just isn't good enough. Hey, you got your first D&D game tonight. That's awesome. Hope that it goes well. Are you playing do you know, is it a homebrew setting? Are you doing a specific campaign? Are you doing it over the internet? Guess what I'm trying to say is talk to us about your game. It's we love talking D&D here. It's kind of like our thing. Dante's Inferno and over on Roll20. Nice. Oh, very cool. That'll be fun. You're playing a paladin and something to do with Dante's Inferno. That's going to be awesome. You are going to be doing so much smiting. Alright, there's that arm. Let's move on to this arm. Come here, Cthulhu. I'm gonna make you look pretty. Give me those luscious nails. On the subject of paladins, our own paladin here, Fess, just got her first bit of character art, and dang, it looks so good. We are very excited with how it turned out. Aw, Ben, we're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss you so much. Trying to figure out a way to make a flaming sword. Ah, you want to be that, like, burning righteousness. Ah, I see where you're going, and I like it. I mean, at some point there is just the straight-up spell, Flaming Sword. I don't think that's a... Pretty sure that's a wizard thing. But depending on what paladin you're choosing, I don't know, that might be something that you eventually get access to. Would make sense, right, for a paladin? It's like, I am here, I shall smite you with my righteousness, and my sword is on fire. I'd listen to them. It is true. You can add radiant damage to your attack just straight up. So it's not fire, but it is holy fire. Hey, Crom, you're in the chat. You're our resident. Oh no, wait, no, you're a zealot barbarian. Never mind. Psh. Here I was thinking you're a paladin. Oh, where's Fess when I need her? Because, for starters, you can just straight up smite with your attack. You can use a spell slot to add smiting to your attack. And then eventually, I think you get an ability that basically says for the next minute, all of your attacks deal an additional radiant damage. Here, hold on. Let's figure it out. We got you covered here, Jason. Divine Sense, Divine Smite. No, Ips might be a vengeance thing that. So yeah, at second level, Divine Smite, hit a creature with a melee attack, you can expend a spell slot to deal radiant damage. So you basically use a spell to deal a bunch of. Here we go, Zagmeister, Sacred Weapon. Hey, thank you. It's the Channel Divinity ability of the. Yep. See, our community's got you covered. Yeah, the Channel Divinity is a third level ability, so you know it takes you a little while to get that cool. But I mean, that's life, right? Just takes you a while to get cool. All right, this is. I'm gonna try and do a controlled dry brushing here, because these pieces are just serving to be so difficult. Yeah, see, that's what I needed. I guess the moral of this story is when in doubt, dry brush. Although up here we're going to be able to do a little bit better than just dry brushing. Caleb contributing more. Very nice. Thank you, Caleb. Have actual work to do. Gonna go AFK. Thank you so much. We will we'll miss you, Rezkin, but we know that you're there. All right. So for these bits up here, we're gonna switch back to layering because that's just gonna be easier to do, and it's gonna make it look just better. Yeah, this bone white is kind of proving to be a little more difficult to do highlighting with. It really doesn't want to hide the other colors very well. There's a paladin, a fire-obsessed cleric, nice. Grease wizard, Kenku, a Kenku Road bard thing. That's cool. Man, that's a heck of a party. Sounds like fun. It could be worse. Yep, absolutely could be. Man, for a first-time game, that's also a very interesting motley crew of folk. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Who here remembers their first, like the first party that they played, or that they were with in D&D? I think mine was... I don't remember my very first one, because that was... I want to say I was 8 years old, and we only played the one time. I just remember that I played a wizard, and I desperately wanted a pet falcon because... Oh my gosh. Because I was that kid. Luckily, this is water-based acrylic, so it's going to come out very easily. But then my first game that I remember, there were only 2 players, and one of them was also the DM. That was me, and it was we were both drow. We were brothers. He was a drow monk, and I was a drow rogue. That was fun. There's talk of a whole bard squad. Whew, man. Yep, we've been at this highlighting for an hour, and I'd say we're maybe halfway there. I've really been enjoying painting this large mini, but I don't know if we'll do this again. At least not one of this size and detail. But you know me, I can be talked into doing this on the show again, let's be honest. Brioni, I remember my first game, Homebrew. I did die quickly. Human Psionic Fighter. Ooh, nice. Didn't have the rules down. Nerfed yourself badly. Yep, I've done that before. No other players made it very tricky. Wow. Oh no, nearly rage quit D&D right there. I'm glad that didn't happen. My goodness, that would have been so sad. Oh, music, did you stop? Why'd you do that? I didn't want you to do that. There we go. Now it's back! Jason, you've been wanting to play for a while. Well, I'm very glad to hear that you are finally getting the chance to. D&D is an absolutely amazing game, especially if you can find the right group of people to play with. So I think you may have a long and wonderful journey ahead of you, and I wish you well on it. What got you interested? Brioni, too stubborn. Eric, oh, you're at the doctor. Well, Eric, it is great to see you. I hope that the doctor's appointment goes well. You know, as always. I feel like that goes without saying, but that's not going to stop me from saying it. Oh my gosh. Hardest part for you was starting with I can talk. Odd fun. The hardest part for you was getting a consistent party, was getting a party, and now it's consistency. Yep, that is very. I feel like a very common problem. Consistency. You know, I'm not trying to knock anyone because life happens, and it's hard to be consistent with many things. Okay, we're getting there. Played Path of Exile and never. Oh, I loved Neverwinter. Could never find someone to play with until you signed up for Roll20. Okay. Yeah, that's right. They do have like a game finder option on Roll20, don't they? Okay, so that's done there. Now we're not really going to highlight the underside of the wings. Why is that? Well, actually, we will give it a little bit of a touch-up. But the main reason we don't need to do a full highlighting on it is it's the underside of the wings. They're in shadow. It's not like they're not gonna be catching the light. Oh, hey, something just happened. Oh, wait. The Game Wizard. Hello. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Adventures Pack. We're a bunch of nerdy friends sharing what we love on the internet. Today we are painting in place. Trying to get some more work done on Cthulhu here. Also, we're talking D&D right now because, well, spoilers, a bunch of us here really enjoy D&D. And we at the Adventures Pack also have a D&D show. So, yeah, it's kind of a big thing here. Oh, thank you. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. It's been a lot of work. We've been painting this guy for gosh, better part of a month now. Yeah, we do painting in place every what day is today? Monday. Every Monday. Oh, I like the effect that that's doing, actually. I'm not going to highlight every single wing. I'm going to just do a couple. Or bone, I should say. No, I should do it. So yeah, I feel like that's what's happening with the Cthulhu right now, is that I have been working on this guy for so long, I'm looking at ways to cut corners just so I can finish him and move on to the next thing. But I shouldn't do that. I really should not. Yeah, that's looking good. Also, remember the wash is going to really, or not the wash, the glaze is really going to help tie all this together. I do think though that on the bone wings and really everything but the face, I think I'm only going to do one layer of highlighting. There's so much going on. I really want to be able to draw the focus to the face. Okay, come here. Oh my gosh. Oh, my poor shaky hands. Alright, that's a sign. Get some water. Hydrate. So, Gaming Wizard, how, what brought you to our neck of the woods? And how are you doing on this fine Monday, afternoon / evening, depending on whereabouts in the world you might be at this given time? Also, don't feel the need to respond. I just like to chat with people, and if you would rather just lurk in our chat, I could totally understand. All right, that's gonna do it for his wings, or at least for the bones on the wings. His body has been highlighted. Let's get to his spines. For the spines, we used Vallejo's Dark Sea Green, so we're gonna pull that out. Lurking is fun. Yes, it is. You know, what's funny is as much as I talk here, you know, on the show on camera, in other people's chats when I go to other shows, I tend to not talk at all. I like to be there. I like to listen. Everything's the cleric's fault. At the end of the day, just blame the cleric and everything will be fine. And just be like, hey, what happened? I don't know. The cleric didn't heal us. Hey, what happened? I don't know. The cleric was too busy healing us. Hey, what happened? I don't know. We don't have a cleric. Cthulhu is getting his nails did. He's had a rough couple of days. He's deserved a spa day. He opted out of going for the sparkly glittered nails, but you know, he's been eyeing it for a while, and I think that he just needs a little bit of encouragement to try something new that he's afraid of. So maybe next time. Maybe next time he'll do it. Cthulhu is just absolutely fabulous. He is just the most perfect and gorgeous elder deity that there is. And did I do these spines in the wrong color? I think I might have. Shoot. Hold on. Yeah, that's the right color. Exactly. It's a self-care day for him. Or the spines in dark stone. Or dark German gray. I think the spines might have been in German gray, which means we're actually doing like a double duty highlighting job on them right now, which I'm not mad at. It works. There. Ooh, out. He's got such a spiny tail! Oh yeah, that took a very dark turn. Jeez. I mean, it is Cthulhu, let's be honest. He does just devour things. Oh boy. This is I'm so good at just getting my head right in the camera. This is by far the most tedious highlighting I've ever done. I like highlighting, but this is really making me question why. Eric gotta go. Okay, well we'll see you soon. Hope all goes well. And yeah, the Jason, our painting here is very much um the relaxing time here at Adventures Pack. You know, we've got the Gauntlet on Fridays, which is very much the big, energizing, fight to the death sort of environment. Then we've got the pack plays on Sundays, which is at the moment quite stressful since we're playing the Forest. But then we've got this, which is all about just hanging out, chatting, painting, making mistakes, learning from those mistakes, making new mistakes. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Oh boy. Oh yeah, the cannibals and the horror, and yeah, Sundays are great. Sundays are great right now. Although, man, I am finally relaxing into that game now that we're not dying every single day. In game time, we're still dying every single day in every time that we play it. But we're getting there, we're getting better. Alright, there's his spines. Let's move on to these spines. And then his claws. Time for the pedicure portion of the job. Ooh, my brush is going to need a deep clean after this. The bristles are starting to splay. Yeah, exactly. That's the day that's supposed to be for resting. We're doing a very good job doing that, aren't we? Hey. Oh, hold on. Let's get this. H Papa Mar 1991. Thank you so very much for the follow. Welcome to the Adventures Pack. Today we are painting in place where we paint minis, just chat, have a good old relaxing time. Ow! And stab ourselves on Cthulhu. That's getting us closer and closer to that follower giveaway goal. Where are we at right now? 71? Hey, look at that. We've got 29 more, and we'll be giving away a mini. Heck yes. And not just giving away any mini, giving away a mini painted by myself. So, you design a Hero Forge, we will print it here using the tavern's 3D printer. I will paint it on one of the shows, and then I will send it to you. That's how this is gonna work. I think we discovered very early on that this is referred to as a bigature. And let's see, I think that was started by not Jim Henson, Lucas. Yeah, Lucas Arts, Lucas Films, all them. Wait, I just had that thought. Are we gonna... Crom's playing Spitfarer today. Perfect chill. Ah, glad to hear that. Yeah, I saw you playing that, and I took a look into it. Definitely looks pretty interesting. I have a few games on my list to be played at the moment, and to be played / am currently playing. I am in my spare time right now playing through Cuphead for the first time, which is a whole lot of fun, and am also playing through Nancy Drew, Midnight in Salem. The reason I'm doing that is because our good friend here, Brittany Cox, voices the main character, and I thought it would be fun to do. Oh. Okay. Boy, howdy. Next up is, we're going to go back to highlighting the face, and the way that we're... Oh, actually, I need to work on... Oh, no. My colors got watered down. Come on. Bring me back to life. Wake me up. Wake me up inside. There we go. Nah, I'm going to need some more. Come on, wet palette. Why are you drying out on me? It's the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. Alright, so these were the areas that I wasn't totally happy with how they got highlighted. So let's go back and fix those up. I am going to need to remix that. So we're going to use Army Painter's Scaly Hide. Oh, hold on. Our mod's gone, so I got to act as the mod. Yeah, I'll allow that. Yep. Oh, it's so weird not having our mod. Ben, I miss you already. Alright, I'm already seeing the same problem happen. So I need to water this down just a little more. And here we go. Oh, there we go. So much better. See what happens when you just take your time? Don't try and rush things. Great results. That's what happens. Okay, so now that we've done that, we are going to add a little bit more of that lighter color in, and we're going to really brighten up those highlights just on his face. I could take the time to do this on the entire body, but I want to focus on the face. So, here we go. There we go. So you can see that second layer of highlighting is really giving definition to the lines on his face. And that's just by brightening up the color, the same color that we were using before, but just making it a little bit brighter and just going over those highest edges. Alright, we've got enough. Let's go ahead and do some highlights on the rest of him. And for this, we're just going to hit like the areas that would be really catching that light the most. It's like right here. And up here. Almost giving him like a little bit of an edge highlighting. And let's hit some of these spines on his back. Not everywhere. We don't want to be too loosey-goosey with this. Really just hitting the spots that we want to accentuate. And let's get a couple of those spots on his belly. He's proud of his gut. He's happy to show it off. That's where worlds go, after all, after he devours them. Alright. There we go. I think his skin is highlighted. And I paid zero attention to the chat during that whole time, because, boy, I was focused. Wash and highlight change minute. Yeah, no, washes and highlights do wonders to a miniature. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and highlight his wings. Once again, I think we're going to use the quick and dirty method of dry brushing. So for the top, we use tanned flesh. Just going to put a little bit of that on, because we're not going to need much. Going to use my smaller dry brushing brush, which, whew, is already caked. Gonna need another paper towel here soon. Alright. That'll do. Nope, I do not trust that brush. I'm actually gonna... you might be able to see this brush is... Here. This brush is all sorts of beat up. So we're going to use a brush that is a little more trustworthy. This one is bigger, but I'm actually going to have more control with it. Oh yeah, Oddfawn, I saw that you had joined, and I meant to, welcome you to the Discord. It's one of those things that I was like, oh, well, it's fairly late in Scotland. I'll wait until, another time, and then didn't. So, just know that I saw you in the Discord. We're so happy that you joined, and, can't wait to see the minis that you do. For anyone in the audience who does not know, we have a Discord that is open to all of our fans. You are welcome to join. It's a great community. You can share minis, you can just talk shop, you can ask D&D questions. There's a lot of great people there who can help out with really a lot of anything. It's also a great place to stay up to date with our content. We will announce when our new videos go on YouTube. We also make videos for YouTube, not just Twitch here. um, such as the bestiary, and we also put up old episodes of our Twitch content on YouTube so that people can watch there as well. All right, that's good for highlighting the wings, I think. Let's go ahead and do the underside, and that is going to be with barbarian flesh. This one's going to be much easier to highlight. Not really anything that I need to be too worried about. Yep, there's that one. And this one. There we go. Woo! 12-hour shifts last week. Oh, my goodness. Well, yeah, that's rough. Sorry to hear that. All right, let's see here. I just want to take up 87%. 87% with 7 days to go. It's going to be close. It's going to be so close, you guys. Okay. I think highlighting is done, which means we're on to details. All right. Detail 1, we're going to get those eyes. Now, what does Cthulhu's eyes typically look like? I know that people in the chat have been saying, oh, we should do them red. No, they do have. Oh, I'm seeing some that are yellow. I'm seeing some with like a nice bouquet. Okay, I think I'm seeing what I like. Okay, so I think we're gonna go. We are gonna go with a red, but we're gonna go with a deep dark red. Ooh, bloodshot red with yellow irises. That's not a bad call. I was thinking we'd hit up this burnt red, either burnt red or dragon red. This nice, just deep dark color. Actually, I'm leaning a little more towards this dragon red. This is the same color that we did the queen's, the dark elf queen's throne in. So this should be getting some interesting colors going on here. Let's see. I'm gonna put just a little drop. We don't need much. Just the weeest of drops. And here we go. There is I1. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Oh, that's cool. Oh, I'm really happy with that. All right, let's get the other one. All right, here we go. Oh, nope. Alright. Hold on. Oh, no, didn't want to do that. I want to do this. Light's gonna get a little bright for a second here. Okay. There we go. Got a little bit of cleanup to do, but that's okay. He is looking pretty darn good there. Now, we're going to clean up. I'm going to clean up his eye using our original scaly hide, because that was the color that was around it. There's that. There's that. Excellent. And then, once that's dry, to sink the eye in, we're going to use our Nuln Oil to darken that down. Then we'll go back over it with the red. But dang, look at that. That's looking pretty good. All right. While that's drying, Oddfawn, you have yourself a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for joining us. It's so much fun having you. And thank you. Yeah, we will see you next time. Sleep well. All right, what's up next? What's up next? I think it's time to put a little bit of pink onto these veins that are on the underside of the wings. So let's do that. It's a good fleshy pink color. Color that's going to make us just feel uncomfortable. Brown rose. Brown rose. See how that looks. That is really not showing up at all. There we go. What do you think? It's not showing up on camera, but it looks so subtle and it's a very subtle effect, but I'm liking it. These wings are a pain in the butt to get detail work on, let me tell you. There we go. So a trick that I'm doing with these, to only get the paint on this raised section here, is I am painting with the flat of my brush, not the tip of it. Yeah, there we go. Gosh, this is possibly some of the finest detail work that I've had to do. Ugh. Late to the party? Oh, Pushaloo, it's all right. You're still at the party, so we welcome and thank you. I'm liking how they're turning out. Oh wow. Oh no, that was a lot of paint. Not where I wanted it to be. Oh no. And just like that, crisis averted. Ba-ba-da. Popping in and out. Pushaloo, that is totally fine. We love having you when you're here, and we miss you when you're gone. But thank you so much for being here. Okay, come on. Oh god, that's gross. Alright, let's get this one done. Oh, man. There we go. Once again, problem fixed. It's not that we never have problems, it's just we fix them when they happen. Pushaloo, I totally understand. What work are you having to get done, if you don't mind me asking? And you know, here at Painting in Place, we try and be a distraction from the work that needs to get done on Mondays. Our goal is to be a bad influence. Oh yeah. Come on. Come on. Well, that was the worst job that I've done on one of those. That one didn't necessarily clean up nicely, so I'm gonna have to go back over it, maybe? Kind of, sort of? Well, it's alright. It's alright. Oh, man. Rolling out a new addition to your software coordinating development team. Oh, wow. Dang. It's a lot. What kind of software do you guys develop? Or is the software development just like a small team in the larger thing that is whatever it is you do? And do you like how I said I wanted to be a distraction from work, and then immediately all I do is just talk to you about work? Okay, gotcha. Alright, there's the veins done. That's the eyes done. Like I said, we're going to sink those eyes in with a little bit of Nuln Oil. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to be right back. I need to grab... So actually, I don't even need to pause anything. I need to grab one thing really quick. There we go. So typically, whenever I buy miniatures, I always keep these little the plastic bits that they come in, because I find that these are excellent for mixing washes. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take the Nuln Oil, and I'm going to load this up quite a bit, because we're going to need a lot of this. That should be okay, at least for starters. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my eyedroppers. There we are. I'm going to grab some of the clean water. I'm going to make sure that it's clean. And we're going to add this to the wash and really water it down to the point that it's almost transparent. See here. Yeah, that's pretty good. And this is going to be our glaze. So I'm going to very lightly just go over. I may have watered that down a little bit too much. Hold on. There we go. Nuln Oil's a tough one to glaze with, but, you know, we make it work. There we go. So now I'm going to go over especially that eye area. I'm just going to go over the highlighting that I did, and it's going to help tie that highlighting together. Again, I'm really only going to do this on the face and the wings. So pretty much this is like doing a watered down wash. And by pretty much, I mean that's exactly what it is. I just explained. You take a wash and you water it down. Really spread it around. Make sure you get everything. And this helps blend those highlight areas together. Softens up the lines, if you will. I'm also going to do it on the bone claws here because I wasn't 100% happy with how those turned out with the with the highlighting. And then we're going to do it to the underside here. Really, I just want to hit the veins with this. So it's as if we're doing, I may have already said this, but oh well. We're doing a second wash pass. And this is helping us to hide any of the crimes that we may have committed with our with our passive highlighting. And it's gonna get very drippy, but that's okay. You know what? We've got enough. I made enough. Let's go ahead and wash. Let's go ahead and highlight. Ugh. Let's go ahead and glaze the whole thing. Oh, he's getting drippy. It's alright. And also, now that we're here, we can use this step to tie the model together with the base. So we can go ahead and glaze the base as well. Whew. It seems like so long ago that we were working on the base. Yeah, so that's exactly what we're trying to do here. So doing this wash is we're not trying to hide the highlighting that we've done, but we're trying to blend the highlighting all together. And this will work with any wash that you water down. So yeah, you do the wash, or you do the glaze with the same wash that you washed that section in. So if we had washed his body in Athonian Camo Shade, we would be glazing with Athonian Camo Shade. If we, but because we had done it with the Nuln Oil, that's what we're doing the wash with. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and let that dry. And that, I believe, is gonna be it for Cthulhu. I think he's done. There are some spots that I'm looking at that I'm like, well, you know, I'm not super impressed with the job that I did, but he looks good. He looks great. Yeah, I think so. It was a very sudden boom, done. But the only details that we really had to do were the veins on his wings and his eyes. I don't think I want to add any like blood or anything like that because that's very situational. I like my minis to have a very clean slate feel to them. Of you might be meeting them for the first time. I don't think I want to do anything with like stuff oozing from his mouth. You know, we could try and put. No, I like the eyes as just a red dot. We could put an iris in there, but the red by itself looks so freaking good. Yeah, we'll let this dry, and we will see how it looks. Now, that being said, we've still got about 45 minutes left to the show. So that tells me I need to find another mini to do. I've definitely got a few pieces that I can paint in 45 minutes. I've got some things that I could paint in under 45 minutes. What I might do is pull a couple of pieces of terrain really quickly and paint those. Those are a lot of fun. And this could be something that is very much a, hey, let's have you guys pick what colors I do these. Oh, actually, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go grab a couple of crystals, and I'm going to have you all decide what color we should paint the crystals. So while that is happening, while Cthulhu is drying, and as we're going to make that final decision of making sure that Cthulhu is indeed done, we're going to take a short break. I'm going to go grab some more minis, and I will be right back. So don't go anywhere. Oh, wait, hold on. Shoot, where's my... Yeah, we'll do this one. See you in a sec. All right, and we're back. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take Cthulhu, and I'm gonna put him off to the side right now so that he can continue drying. Ooh. Go live there, buddy. You've earned it. So let's go ahead and pick something to work on. We're gonna leave this up to you all. So I've got a few things that apparently I forgot where I put them immediately. All right. This is my little box of what do I call it? Unpainted set dressing. Set dressing is just another word for scatter terrain. This is just a bunch of just random pieces of set dressing. I think I'm gonna grab these crystals. So, got these crystals here. Oh, that they could really use a sanding. Let's see here. Anyone see anything else that really catches their eye? I know there's this podium here. We've got some treasure chests. Let's just grab a couple things. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, weapons rack. Why not? Why not? Oh, creepy altar. Yeah, creepy altar. Okay. You know what? Alright, so we've got these as options for us. We've got a treasure chest. We've got a collection of crystals here. Hey, Dragon Mage, how are you? Wait, yeah, you've been in the chat for a while, but hello anyway. We've got a weapons rack here as well. It's got some options for any sort of fighter. A couple of short swords, a hand axe, looks like a war hammer, great axe, long sword, and a spear, it looks like. Or are you a halberd? Not sure. So we got that. We got treasure chest. I've got a gravestone here, already prepared and ready to go. And we've got this altar. I don't know about you all. I'm kind of leaning towards this altar. What do you think? I'm gonna go ahead and get it prepped and ready. If I don't see any answers in the chat, I'm just gonna do stuff. All right, altar, yes. So I'm gonna take my sticky tack here, knead it up a little bit. Yeah, exactly. The creepy altar to summon Cthulhu. It makes sense. Now, let me get the wide shot so we can actually see what I'm doing here. Do these look like the everlasting gobstoppers? They do kind of look like the everlasting gobstoppers from the first movie. All right, I'm gonna knead this stuff up, and let's go ahead, get a good chunk on there. We're just gonna thwink, get this guy onto the cork. Ah, there we go. All right, friends. This is going to be a you tell me what to paint. So, you get to choose all the colors. You get to choose where it goes. I have no control over this. I am just doing what I am told. Looks like we've got a few things going on here. We've got the creepy skull on the front here. We've got the altar itself, and it's got some metal bobs and whatnots on it. Then we've also got this torn up cloth on the top as well. So, things that we need to... I really should learn how to do a poll in here. How can one do a poll? Hold on. Clip that and manage a poll? Come on, there's got to be a way to manage a poll. Manage your poll. There we go. Add it. Cool. Do a poll. Create a new poll. You know what? I'll figure it out later. Blood drippings. All right, so we're going to need... Yeah, go away. No, go away. There we go. So we're going to need some blood. I believe somewhere around here I've got just straight up blood red. That's flat red. That's pure red. Oh, in the effects bin, which I didn't bring out, I've got some blood effects. Hold on, let's grab that. So while I'm grabbing that, we need some suggestions from you all. We've got this cloth. What color is the cloth going to be? We've got the altar itself. We've got the creepy skull. Let's see it. here we go. Glistening blood. Here's an effect that we'll be able to put on here. Ooh, green algae. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. Some green algae looking things. Okay, okay. I can definitely get some like greenish effects on here. We could wash this in the Athonian camo shade so that it looks like it's aged with that like green seawater going on. All right, let's get a base going on. What color should the altar itself be? Let's start with that one. I gave you guys a lot of options. let's narrow it down. Dark sea cave colors. Okay. Well, let's see. We've got the dark sea green, which we used on Cthulhu. All right, so let's put these down. We got dark sea green. I've got military green. I've got, or some other like. We've got our everyone's favorite darkstone. Got the German gray. Hey, Kidson, great to see you. You're just in time to do a paint along. You guys are telling me how we should have this thing painted. Right now, we're picking out the color of the altar itself. Grays, greens, blacks with red and yellow accents. Okay. So, I'm actually thinking this military green for the draping on top. So we're going to do that. Let's do... All right, dark stone, dark sea green, German gray, or London gray. So we've got dark sea green, which we just used on Cthulhu. We've got dark stone. We've got German gray. And we've got London gray for the base of the altar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jason, I choose pink. Perfect. We can do pink. Oh man, I'm not gonna have room on my palette to paint one of these. Ah, it's okay. We'll make it work. Cthulhu loves pink. Cthulhu does love pink. 3 for the base. This one right here. 3 going once. 3 going twice. Sold. All right. Oh, this is fun. I'm liking this. And we can do this really quick and easy. Yeah, no, you guys were kind of unanimous on that color there. That was great. Also kind of treating this as a speed paint to see just how quickly we can get this done. This is actually one of the first pieces I ever 3D printed. I was using it as a baseline to make sure that I could actually get my printer working. Oh. How is the follower goal still at 167? Is it really still at 167? What? Oh, and also it just kind of it disappeared. The heck? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, it's not still at 167. It's at 171. There we go. Yeah, we did get some followers today. We are moving right along. We're getting close. Yeah, once I actually learn how to do the whole poll thing, rather than me just like saying, "Hey chat, what color do we do next?" We'll actually put it in a poll and throw options in there. Alright, so we're getting close with the main body of the altar being done. So let's start thinking up what colors we want to see on the cloth that's on top of it, as well as these carvings on the side of it. Do we want these carvings to be a same part of it? Let me know. All right, and I like to paint my bases a similar color to the main body. That way, if something on the table ever gets knocked over, it still looks somewhat appropriate. It's not suddenly world-ending. All right, we got a option for a tan cloth in there. I think here's what we'll do. We'll get suggestions from you guys in the chat. I'll pull out options, kind of like what we did. We'll have a 1, a 2, and a 3, and we'll have you guys vote on what color. All right, so there's the main altar. Nice. So now, cloth going on top. A sea green. So like a sea green. Got this wizard orb, which is kind of like a bluish green. Nah, that's more blue. Well, got a toxic mist. That's more of like a blue ocean. Tan with red fringes. Maybe. It looks as though right now this cloth doesn't really have much fringe going on. So I think for now, let's go ahead and keep it with a single color. All right, so tan cloth, sea green cloth. It's a good tan. Most of my tans are like flesh colored. Oh, mummy robes. It's kind of like a white tan. Okay. We're gonna do these 3 options for the cloak, or the cloth on top. So, from this side to this side, we've got 1, 2, 3. What are we thinking for the color of the cloth? Place your bets. Nope, I don't want that. There we go. Anyone? 3? All right, so we got 1 vote for 3. Do I hear a second? 3, 3, 3. All right, 3 going once, 3 going twice. Sold. Wizard orb for the cloth. Let's do it. We're doing this so quick, I'm not even writing down what we've used. Ooh, that's nice. That's actually really nice. Exactly. Living dangerously. No painting notes. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, it is a little more blue once it goes down. We'll be able to do some really interesting washes with this. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have the color choices be up to you all. And then I'm going to take a look and I'm going to choose washes based off of that. Come on. There we go. An aged wash, yeah, exactly. We're gonna make this thing look old. We're gonna make it look like it's falling apart. Maybe put some blood on here. Now you might note that I'm getting fairly sloppy with my edge work here. That's because, once again, the darker color is the base that is the altar. So I can easily go back over with that and hide the mistakes that I'm making. Whereas with the cloth, there's some really tough spots on the side there to get. So I'm being sloppy with it. This is a speed paint. And I'll go fix that here in a second. Okay. So we're almost done here with the wizard orb. Next up is going to be, ooh, wow, that's really too watered down. Next up is going to be the skull thing on the front. Oh man, that got way too watery. Ooh, that actually is going to make my job a lot harder. Hold on. it is what it is. So while that's drying... Alright, so we're gonna do... sorry, Kitson. So yeah, so now moving on to the skull. Fleshy pink for the skull. Alright. So we've got Monster Maw for a fleshy pink. I'll go ahead and pull that out. We'll like I said, we'll pull out 3 or 4 different options. So throw in the chat now colors that you would like to see as the skull, or the, really it's like a goat's head thing on the front. So let me know. Red. Ooh, okay. What are we talking here? Deep red, dark red, bright red. Dark crimson. Ooh. I mean, we've got the same color that we used for the eyes of Cthulhu over here. Or we've got this burnt red. Magental. Magental. That's a... Okay, hold on. Let's pull out 2 different options of colors there. Alright, and then... looking for a 4th. Anyone with a 4th option for the red? Or not necessarily the red. What? You were joking, but it showed up. Purple. Ooh, alright, alright. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pull Eldritch Purple out. So here we go. Wow. Here are our choices. So this is for the Bahamut style skull on the front there. Our options are 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we got all right, looks like we got 2 people who are vote. Actually, here's what I'm gonna say. Voting starts now. Type in whatever number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. All right, I got 1 vote for 4. Do I have a second? I hear a second, a third. All right. Purple going once. Purple going twice. Sold. Alrighty, we are going Eldritch Purple on this. This is fun. This is fun, guys. I like this a lot. We ought to do this more often. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, I'm actually going to take my time on this one. Surges for the Surge God. Jason, thank you for the Surge. We'll give that to somebody in the Gauntlet on Friday. Yeah, so actually, for anyone new here, you may notice that you've been being awarded inspiration points for watching our show. Most of those are spent on our Friday show, The Gauntlet, so you can help players out by giving them advantage. You can hinder the enemies. And the other thing that it's being spent on right now is unlocking the Mysterious Labyrinth, which I believe we're at like 80-something%. Yeah, I'm surprised that you all in the chat, like, anytime a new person shows up, you don't all just go, do it! Put the points towards the towards the labyrinth. Oh, look at you, Reskin Raven. Like, hey, people can do what they want. Good for you. Alright, folks, so here's my question. Should all of the trim around... Oh, come on, focus for me, camera. Come on. It's like your whole point. Not gonna do it? Kind of. Should all of the trim around the edge of the skull also be that purple, or should we go for a different color with that? Oh, that looks really cool, you guys. You know what's fun about this? I never would have painted it this color. Like, this color scheme would not have happened. You know what we could do? We could do like a silver for the stuff around. So starting it off with a gray and eventually highlighting. Hey, Reskin Raven, look at that. You and I on the same page. Okay. Now, before we go into any of that, I'm going to clean up these bits. Okay. So, next thing. The inlay around the skull. What are we thinking? Opening up the chat for suggestions. Let's get 4 suggestions in there. Well, 3 or 4. Either gold or silver. All right. Okay. So for silver, stay. For silver, in order for us to get there, we have to start with a gray. So let me get a nice soft gray for that. Ash gray. Yep. Ooh, actually, hold on. I've got a new gray that I love very much. Ghost gray. There we go. All right, so I got silver. Now, in order for us to get to gold, we have to start with an orange. Or a yellow. A yellow would work as well. All right, so these would be pretty much the 2 bases where it would start at. So I'm going to say, unless anyone has anything other than gold or silver that they would like to throw in, we can get one more. All right, no. So I think we're just going to keep it at the gold and silver. So, option 1. Whoop, hold on. Sky blue. All right, Reskin Raven. Sky blue. Sky blue. Sky blue. Sky blue. Well, I don't have a sky blue. Wait, hold on. I don't have a sky blue, but I've got a glacial blue. So we're going to do that. All right, so silver, gold, sky blue, glacial blue. 1, 2, and 3. Opening up the polls now. All right, got 2 votes for silver, so there's a first and a second. So I'm going to say we've got silver going once. Oh, can I hold it up to the altar? Yeah, absolutely. Silver going once. Silver going... and that's a lot of... Silver going twice. Sold. Going with the silver. All right, this is going to be some fine detail work. Oh, that looks so cool, though. Look at that. That's really freaking cool. Oh yeah, no, the back of my head looks amazing. Do you like it? Oh, that's getting sloppy in there. Ooh. Come on. All right, while I clean this up, you take a look at this mini and decide if there's anything else you want me to do before we move on to washing it. Because that's how quickly we moved along on this. There's no blood on it yet. Blood will come after the washes. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Blood needs to be glistening and fresh. It's not meant to be covered up by a wash. Can the indents get some love? So like these little things in here? Yeah, so they'll get some love in, I think, in the wash. So that's really gonna sink into those and make those darker. Because remember, so after we get our base layers down, our next step is gonna be the washing, and so shadows, and then from there we're gonna do highlights, and that's gonna make a lot of the like the small details, like these indents and whatnot, really pop. So this is for things that might be like different colors entirely. Oh no, no worries at all. I'm just gonna keep doing some cleanup while you all think about it. All right. Purple is still having a really hard time showing up on this bit here. Okay. All right. We're gonna let this dry, and then we're going to get onto some washing. So, looking at this, we wanted it to look ancient. We wanted it to look old and decrepit, and I think there was talk of it being like underwater, maybe. Oh, you know what? All right, we're gonna use Druchii Violet for the skull. We're gonna do the core of this in Athonian Cam. Nope. The cloth, we're gonna use Drakenhof Nightshade. And the body, we're gonna use Agrax Earthshade. There we go. That is our lineup. Still needs a little bit of time to dry, and if we do this part too soon, we're gonna have an absolute mess on our hands. Yeah. My gosh. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit over, but we're gonna get 2 minis done today. How cool. Well, 1 biggie and 1 mini. You done? You're still wet. Alright, that's gonna do that. So, let's go ahead and first we're gonna wash this skull. I'm actually kind of happy. I don't... Oh my gosh, is that... This is the first time that I've used Drew... Is this the first time I've used Druchii Violet? No, I used this before. Oh, okay, let's see how this goes. Ooh, that's looking cool. Alright, skull 1. Skull 2. It's looking pretty sick. Alright, we'll let that dry. While that's drying, let's move on to the cloth. Am I doing the right color? So this is going to darken it up, but it is going to make this a little more blue. I'm thinking we might actually want it to be a little more green. Alright, folks, blue or green for the tapestry on the top. Zagmeister says green. Fire Garnet Snake says green. Alright. 2's enough for me. Yeah, look at that. That's looking pretty gross. Alright. And now, Agrax Earthshade for the rest of it. That's making this thing look like it's been buried for years. All right, we're gonna let that dry for a little bit, because right now on camera it just looks like it's shiny, when it is so much more than shiny. It's gross and disgusting, and I love it. All right. Oh, man, my fingers. I enjoy painting on the corks, but they definitely get my knuckles cracking. This is coming out very good. I'm really liking where this is going. And I know I said it already, but I'm going to say it again. I'm really enjoying this whole, you guys pick everything. The color scheme, the paints, the model. It was fun. It's a lot of fun. Well, now we just kind of sit here doing this. So, how is everyone? Doop-a-doop-a-doo. So actually, while that's drying, let's take a second to look at our big boy Cthulhu over here. Wow. So here's how he turned out. And my goodness. Oh, look at that eye. Yeah, he's pretty big, pretty imposing. Ooh, I am noticing something happening onto the base. I may need to give his base a quick walk. Son of a biscuit. I gotta figure out what's going on with my washes. Remember that issue that I had a while back on the dragon, where the wash dried and it kind of got a little hazy? Well, I'm noticing that here. I'm not sure what's doing that. Because this is the second time I've had this issue. But, you know, it's only the second time I've had this issue. I do this step all the time, and I don't normally have that issue. It might be, my water might not be the cleanest that I'm using. That could have something to do with it. And so what I'm going to do to kind of spot heal this is literally just go over all of those places with the wash. We're going to lose a little bit of detail, but he's not going to look like he's covered in dandruff. Yeah, I probably should switch to distilled water. Ooh. Also, there's a big old clump of dried paint on his leg there. That is not good at all. Oh, okay, we gotta fix that. Scaly hide. That's really bad. Come on, Cthulhu? What the heck? You're in the home stretch. Well, we do have our solution of just lightly going over it with a wash. Very lightly. And that's working. It is definitely something that I need to be aware of and be prepared for in the future. Well, like I said, we're always learning here as well. I'm not perfect, and I will never claim to be. To be honest, I am considering other solutions to my that glazing issue. And by other solutions, I mean I'm considering maybe just not glazing in the future. Not doing that step. Oh no. Yeah, that step is I'm noticing more problems with that step. Just in general. There we go. We're getting some quick spot healing done on him. Nothing that we can't solve. That's the other thing. We can solve all of this. Yeah, it is true that it's only happening on the big guys, which perplexes me. Boy. Gosh, in many cases, I'm finding places where that glazing step nearly ruined him. It's what I get for doing that step and then setting him aside and not focusing on giving him the attention that he deserved. More things that you live and you learn. And I'm thinking that I have, for the most part, fixed the issues. Not the triumphant ending that I was hoping for. I'll give you that. Hey, Eric, great to see you. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Yeah, running into some issues with parts of it. But again, nothing world-ending. Some stuff that is perhaps troubling. Ooh, yeah, see, there's another spot. Ooh. There we go. And another spot. Basically, wow. Basically, he just got coffee stained all over the place. That big step that we try and avoid fairly early on. So what I'm going to do is try and cover most of that up and then go back over that with just a little bit of a wash. Cthulhu. My goodness. Now, I will also say that I am being very overly critical of my own work. Yeah, people adding dish soap to their glazes. I've used dish soap in my in homemade washes before, and I've never been a fan of it. My washes. Hey, Ben, you're back. It It does lower the tension, and it's referred to as adding a flow aid to your wash, and it does make the stuff flow better. But no matter how little I've put in, it always then makes my washes soapy, and I can be aggressive when I put my washes on. So it just means that my mini thing gets frothy, which is never a good thing. So those are the issues that I've had adding that. All right, there's that. There's that. A little bit there. So we're just cleaning them up with adding washes back onto areas. That tends to make the little white crusty bits go away. Okay. I've cleaned a lot of those errors. Oh, there's a big one. See, so like right there, that's what ended up happening. So the way that I'm going to treat this is literally just going over it with the paint, and that's going to dry. And once that dries, we'll go back over it with a wash. Ben, what are you doing in both shows right now? Yeah, how long am I going to be streaming for? We were supposed to be done 30 minutes ago, and then this error happened on Cthulhu that we're trying to fix. Because I'm not going to lie, I want to be done with Cthulhu today. So I think after I fix this little spot, we'll call it. I know we were still working on... well, actually, here, let's... While that spot's drying, let's pull this guy up. So this is how our altar is looking. It's looking pretty darn good. I think we're going to hold on to this, and we're going to keep working on this as a group next time. But gosh darn it, I'm gonna get Cthulhu done. I'm gonna seal him. We won't have to worry about him anymore. All right, so that's pretty much dry. I'm gonna take the wash and just lightly going over it. Oh, no, it was not dry, I lied. Oh, there we go. I think with that fix, we can call him good. Boy, I might have to take him aside and do some touch-ups here and there. That got off to like a weird ending there. But yeah, that's Cthulhu. He's done. My gosh. Yeah, we've done a lot today. We finished Cthulhu. We group made the little altar, and I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what we're gonna do next. So we will have a new mini set up and ready to go for next week. Again, no clue what it's gonna be, but we will figure it out. If there's anything in particular that you would like to see, let me know in the well, no, can't really do that in the comments. Let me know in our Discord. So for those of you who are new, we have a Discord that is open to all of our viewers. You can check us out on Discord. You can head to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're on all of those platforms. Let me pop over this. Also, before we get going, I want to give a big thank you to all of our patrons. You guys are awesome. And yes, we are going to raid another channel so that we can get some extra points. I know that Ben is going on right now, but it also looks like Critical Bard has just gone live. So I'm going to say, I think we're going to pop over and we're going to say hi to Critical Bard. Let's see here. How do I do this? Raid a channel. Yeah, perfect. All right, so we are going to be heading over to Critical Bard. We're going to get you guys some more points so that you can open up the labyrinth. Thank you all so much for coming by. This was a lot, but it was rocky, but we got them done, and this was a lot of fun. And now I've got a Cthulhu! Ha-ha! My players are going to hate me if I ever bring this out onto the table. So, we will see you well, we'll see some of you on Friday. And otherwise, I will see the rest of you at the next Painting in Place. Bye, all.